Hey everyone, I'm Gideon, a fourth-year volleyball player here at Guelph, and I major in math, econ, and minor in stats. I'm going to be talking about planning your time at Guelph today. I'm pretty passionate about this topic as I've heard lots of stories of students, especially athletes, wishing that they took a course one semester earlier or later, or they didn't know they were one credit shy of a double minor, or ended up dropping a course that they should have kept. Now I know that sounds scary, and maybe you think you already messed up, but I can assure you that after your first year or even your second year, you can still accomplish anything you want to do here at Guelph. But the main thing that you need to keep in mind is that balance is key. As I'm sure you hear in every one of these workshops, being a student athlete is a balancing act. And we don't have it all figured out here at SAM either, but we do have some experience that we believe is helpful to you all. So here's a super detailed diagram of the four main parts of life that you need to balance as an athlete. You have your sports, academics, well-being, things like sleep or eating well, and social life. And the unfortunate reality is that by adding focus to one of these, you have to take away from another. So, how should you decide? I believe asking yourself some questions is a really helpful way. You don't need to have an answer right away, but think about keeping doors open until you can fully answer them. So the first question I have is, how many years do you want to graduate in? So again, if you don't know yet, you may want to take a full course load or some summer courses so that in a year or two, if you decide you want to graduate in 4, you don't have to take something crazy like 6 classes a semester. Second is, do I want a minor or certificate? So here's a list of all the different certificates you can get at Guelph, and when it comes to minors, there's an even bigger list that is offered as well. These add-ons to degrees can really help in getting a job right after you graduate, and I also think they're a really good way to spend electives. To get a minor, you need to take around 10 specific courses, and certificates are generally around 5. Again, if you just Google Minors University of Guelph or Certificates University of Guelph, you'll get all the details you need. Do I have academic goals or requirements that I want to achieve? For all of us, we need our cumulative average to be above 60% to stay out of academic probation. Some athletes might need over 70% to keep scholarship money or even higher grades depending on the scholarship. And 80% or above is what you need to get academic All-Canadian. The next question goes hand in hand with this question, and it's, how does my season affect this balance? If you're in a sport like football, rugby, or field hockey in the fall, your fall semester will be much busier with practices and games. Some athletes like taking one less class while being in season, or taking a couple easier courses and doing the hard ones in the winter. But thinking about how your sport affects your balance is a very important step to take. Some resources that can help you find out what is required are course calendars and Web Advisor. Course calendars are basically a list of all the things you need to complete to graduate, and Academic Progress in Web Advisor is a really great extension because it can show your progress. You can navigate to this page by clicking My Academic Progress in Web Advisor, and this is a summary page of my progress. So under the total credits, you can see I'm 2.5 credits away from graduating. So hopefully I pass all my classes. If not, I may need a SAM mentor in the fall. If you're thinking of switching majors, the View a New Program button is helpful. It shows how your completed courses fit into a different major. And the Expand All button by the requirements at the bottom goes into all the details, like how many fourth-year courses you need or if you have any electives left. One thing to be wary of is prerequisites. These can get pretty complicated, as you can see from this biomed engineering chart. Prereqs can really hold you up depending on if certain courses are only offered in one semester. So taking some extra time to look into what requirements are necessary for each course is a good idea. If you ever need help, program counselors are the best resource. I met with the same program counselor every semester just to make sure I'm on track to graduate when I want to. A word of caution though, they get very busy around course selection time, so make sure to reach out far in advance or else you may be stuck waiting to sign up for classes while they fill up with other students. That's all the time we have for today. If you have any questions or want any links to things, just email the SAM Mentors account or come talk to me during one of my shifts. Thanks for taking the time to listen.